good there. All right, guys. We here. Let's put. You want to put this down?
No, I'm not even gonna touch it.
This,
I'm
this
gonna
is
stay just like this.
Okay. This is a little sappy. This little, not me, but well, not
right
today.
Under the tree.
Yeah, under the tree. So this is a little sticky, icky. Okay. We wanted to wrap up this whole series that we did, and first of all, before I forget, I won't forget this personally, but I do appreciate Tyler. He says I can do this without him, but all the resources
he could have done it.
Without the resources he knew, he made it a lot easier, even though this wasn't easy at all. But there's going to be questions people are going to have towards, like, well, you're not a professional on the field, but you're more professional than a regular person because you've done some of this stuff.
Yeah, I've worked in the homeless field, so I don't.
Okay.
If you know, I've got a little bit more than 2 years of experience. Other people have 10 and 20. I'm not even pretending to be that far, but I can say that I put my toe in that water.
Yeah. Okay. And but we wanted to go through some of the stuff, but please look in the descriptions of all the videos, and then you're going to get all of what we're talking about in not detail, but you're going to get better than what we're doing right now. But we're trying to recap just everything offhand, and we might forget some stuff that we want to probably talk about when we shut these cameras off. And in the descriptions is all the links. And please share this video, and I stress this all the time in these videos. If you like this sort of video, if you share it and gets lots more views, I can do more like this. So the more shares on certain videos, that's the more that I'll be doing. Even though I might get a lot of shares on the food, I'm still got to slack off that because I've been looking at these videos and the weather's about to break. I need to break this bike back out and get, we have to get this tummy tucked. But speaking of that, that was a pretty good sign. But okay, we're going to start off with the first day. It started out really rough, very rough. I thought this was going to be I thought it was going to be difficult anyway, but way more difficult because we got cursed out.
I didn't. He said we. That's not true.
Yeah, me. He just saw the one guy. He didn't even know the guy in the purple shirt. He was. Oh yeah. I'm not even gonna say what he said. I'll just put it in now. What's up, man? What? And then I was walking the very next clip talking and not even getting this other person. His name was Victor. We know because after the camera we went and talked to him. And he didn't want to be on camera, but I gave him a gift card. Said, hey, you want a bigger gift card? If you catch us later, we'll give you another one if you want to be on camera. But he didn't. But I put that clip in right now of he shocked me. And the gentleman down there, he's into cursing a whole lot. So we're definitely not going to get to talking to him. He's talking to himself and some other people, I guess, that's not there, but he's cursing a lot, so it's going to be a lot of bleeping if we talk to him.
Fuck your asshole. Why you recording, man?
What? Yes, that happened. I'm like, what? And then I think we talked to LD. LD didn't want to be on camera, and I said, that's fine. But we needed to get somebody on.
We had to get started.
So yeah, so we need to get a toe in the water.
Yep.
If nothing else pops off,
I was happy that he got on camera. A lot of who we talked to, do you think they kind of didn't tell us everything? Maybe.
Yes.
Most. Okay.
Yeah. Most 90% of what we have. If you ask me about myself, I'm going to tell you what I want you to know.
Yeah.
Point blank.
I'm not going to say, hey, my negative side of who I am is such and such. I will say cutting people off. I know that, but nothing. I'm not going to try to make myself look bad, but I like to know how that person got in the situation, what would have stopped the next person from going there, you know. But I think that's the point where they might not want to see that, or they're, you know. But that's me judging. But
that's all we can go by.
We talked to these people, and half of them, more than half, wanted to be where they was at. They didn't want to be in a shelter.
Right.
But we'll get to that in a second. But we talked to LD. That was on the first. This was called day 2 because day 1 was us going around the recon. That same day, right after this, it picked me up pretty good that, hey, this is going to work.
And we started downtown Dallas.
Yeah.
That's where we started.
And was this after the other guy that wanted to break my camera? But then he said, oh, remember that guy?
Oh,
I'll take that camera from you.
We were still downtown Dallas.
So that was before Eugene or after Eugene?
That was after. I think
Okay.
we were leaving. We
Okay.
were wrapping up downtown
Yeah.
Dallas, and we ran into that guy.
And I didn't even have my camera toward him, and then he realized that, and they said, oh, he didn't say he was sorry.
Yeah,
but
people were aggressive to him 3 times.
yeah, really quick.
Count that. That's 3.
I guess there's aggressive pretty people.
You got squeeze if I knock that shit out your hand, fool, get the fuck away from me.
I wasn't getting.
Oh, you filming yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead, brother. He ain't on YouTube.
Yeah, this is a vlog. But Eugene was very pleasant to chat with. But he was there for 20 years. He was very mellow. It was really soothing to talk to him.
That was shocking. It was shocking because it was it's the guy that's homeless, and it felt like
he had no troubles in the world.
no
worries.
His life. It's like you talk to somebody who has their life path figured out, and did he have any issues? I mean, it was like
No.
It was like no real issues.
Just he came here because of his dad.
Yeah.
And then he says he likes his in-laws the same.
Right.
So, but yeah, from Oakland, he wants to go back there, but he's been here 20 years.
He's been a long time, and he's at that point to where he's got his life. When we walked up on him, I mean, you guys will see, but he was just had a newspaper, had a couple of drinks, he had some food on the other side of him.
Yeah, 2 Dr. Pepper and a Pepsi sitting next to him, like.
And he had his designated resting spots.
Yeah, he said he used to go. Well, you watched the video of Eugene,
yeah.
but the main point about him is the library was right there, and a lot of people sleep outside and they wake them up and get them to move around when people start, getting on the sidewalks.
Yeah.
But he actually goes in there and reads lots of books. He told me something about the onion field. I'm very, very interested in that, and I might not read the book. I'm not gonna lie. I told him I'm not gonna lie, but I might watch the movie.
Because he and I just like pictures.
Yeah, I like pictures and watching movies. So I might. I definitely are gonna watch the movie, but I don't think I'm gonna read the book.
He was pleasant though. I mean, I gotta say, man, he was a really, really nice guy.
Yep.
He was a really, really nice guy.
Yep, and was enjoyed. So that really picked me up for that day. Like this is going to be a great series. There was ups and downs all around, but as we went on, we met Daryl, and we saw him the first recon day holding a sign, and I didn't even talk to him yet. But I told him before, he was easy going. Like, it's easy to talk to somebody like that. It wasn't like standoffish. Like, hey, I want to be. He smiled. He was nodding his head. It was very.
The monsoon is coming.
Very opening. Oh, it is going to. The day that we're not going to be outside, it's feeling really good. The wind's blowing. It is actually. Whoa! There goes my phone. Hope it didn't break.
At least we said the monsoon was coming.
Yeah. We'll be right back with you. Keep right there.
Okay. I wasn't joking, man. I saw that. I said it's coming. Uh-oh. This whole time we've been out here, I've been asking for a breeze because it's been so hot. And now it's not a breeze. We're not getting a breeze. We're getting 35 mile an hour wind, probably 40. Got to be 40 mile an hour wind. And maybe it'll blow through it a little bit, because sometimes it does. But we don't know.
Stop this for now. We'll go right back into it. You want to just wait?
We can stop. I say we stop it for now, and then we just kind of keep our stuff here.
Hit that top button if you can hit it. It's hard to hit by that microphone. Hey, we're held up under this pavilion. I just looked at the weather before we started doing this. It says it's not just supposed to rain for 2 hours. It started raining, thundering. We're right on the edge of a storm, but we will get back to you and proceed with this ending of the survival season 3. But the park is cleared out. There's only like a couple people here, so it is going to be a little bit more quiet here. Yeah. But we're going to wait another 30 minutes or so, and then we'll see where we're going to take this. If we have to take this to another location, or we will just sit here and finish this up. I would like to sit here, but we're gonna enjoy this weather. It already dropped 10 degrees. And on the way home, I'm going to be doing a, tomorrow morning, I'm going to be doing a breakfast, another stealth challenge at Taco Cabana. We did a stealth one. You look in the descriptions. We did a stealth Little Caesars. So we're going to attempt another one, and then I'm headed to Cabot, Arkansas to do the Mean Pig Barbecue, a really hot challenge. But I might do a stealth camp on the way since the weather broke. I might do a stealth camp, man.
The weather's gonna be nice for you.
I might as well. We're kicking it off anyway. We're doing stealth camping here.
Yeah.
I'm kicking it off.
It's gonna be nice if you find a good spot. It'll be nice and cool.
That's what she said.
One good thing.
And if you like the stealth camping, please share those too. But this is not about stealth camping right now. We're going to finish this up. So let me.
This is weather survival right now.
Yeah.
Let's turn into another one.
Yeah. Let me just get her bearing straight, and we'll be back with you. Hopefully in the same spot over there, finishing this vlog up. GoPro stop recording. Or not. Okay, where were we? We was talking about Daryl. When I first met him, going around, just looking around, hovering around the neighborhoods, he seemed more approachable, easier probably to roll the window down to give money to. He was nodding his head, shaking at everybody, not shaking his head, nor to.
He was just kind of nod at you.
Nodding.
He would acknowledge that you were there, and he'd wave.
But not shaking his head at you like Tasha does me all the time. But yeah, he was doing that, waving and everything, so more approachable. And we learned stuff from him about it's not as easy as you think it is, but he's been doing it quite a while, and I think people know his reputation. So like being out there and non-confronting and everything else, because later on in the deal, we had some TikToker weirdo heckling the street. Daryl, for some reason, like, she says, you know what, she wants to get her opinion told. Oh wow, you know what, she's trying to get TikTok.
She is.
Yeah, you know what, she's trying to get TikTok. What this girl is doing, should I get at her? Should I go get her yelling at this guy?
I was thinking.
I should.
Just the audio though.
No, I'm gonna get. She's in public spot. This is part of what people do and yell at people with, you know, getting a video of him saying he's a bum and all this mess.
And that wasn't downtown Dallas. We had left downtown Dallas.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's okay. We had left downtown Dallas, and we had actually gone. If you're familiar with Dallas, we'd gone off of 67 and Polk. 67 and Polk is a little bit lower economically inclined. I don't know how I want to say it. I don't want to be mean, but it has its issues. So in going down there, we knew that we were going to probably meet some homeless people, and the expectations dropped. That's why when we met Daryl, he shot up because it was a pleasant surprise.
What else? We got it wrote down because we're getting old. So we did go to the Salvation Army. We met Billy Paul A. He was from, what area were he from?
Was it Arkansas?
It was Arkansas.
Kansas?
It wasn't Oklahoma, but he went to Minnesota and came back, but he was from somewhere else.
Oh yeah, he did say Minnesota. Yeah.
But he, I don't know. This is a whole deal about this doing stuff, kindness of your own heart. But we did find out that his mom gave him money for the room, $62 for that night for a room, and he didn't sleep on the street. I feel more people are positive on the future. but the past is usually messed up. But the future is always like, I'm going here, I'm going here. You know, it's going to be better here at this town. It's going to be better.
And it was strange with him. We met him at Salvation Army, which was we'd gone to another part of Dallas. We were off of like, I'll say, if you're familiar with Dallas, 35, kind of the Harry Hines area. So that is just maybe 10 minutes north of downtown. And the thing about him that stood out for Brandon was that his transportation, his ability to move around was being funded by his mom. Because, you know, how did you get here, da 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 da. So yeah, he was just saying, hey, it's not good over there, I'll go try this city. Yeah. And it's like, well, man.
Yeah, we gave him money for the bus to maybe get to another location so he didn't have to rely on his mom. But I gave him the gift card, and the first thing I was thinking, I was like, his mom's taking care of him, you know why? But I was like, this whole thing, kind of from my own heart, it's not about what other people are doing, it's what you are doing.
Right.
But off camera, he did say he was he drugs for a year and a half. He's off, he didn't look like he was on drugs at all, so I congratulate him on that. But I did tell him, don't get too good by Thursday, because Friday, the weekend, that's the thing people saying, hey, don't get too good. Like, hey, I got a place to stay now. I got this, I got that, I got a good job and good girlfriend. I'm gonna screw it all up in one night, you know. Just like I would say, it's like a fishing line. It's easy to tangle up on life, but it's hard to get it back untangled.
Right.
So, what did we talk about?
Our thoughts about
it. Yeah, the thought of you thought people were going to want to tell you their story, like everybody.
Yep, I figured we'd hit the streets, and it's like, hey, ask somebody, and then, you know, look, we got a gift card. Man, we're going to get flooded with, I'll talk.
I didn't think so at all.
He was right.
I was like, I didn't think nobody wanted the walls. I was like, they're going to have walls up. Why are we doing this? There's something in it for them. Mm-hmm. It is. It's getting the word out and what the situation is. Right. But there's another one. We both thought we would collect lots of money. We was going to come up big. Yeah. You know, and it's not the point.
That is not.
It's not the fact. We might be out there for 30 minutes and get $1 or something, but that $1, we needed a drink with that. We needed to get a water to we stood out there that whole time. Yeah. You did think, this is another thing. I like to point out when I'm right, because I'm usually not right, but you thought it was going to be really hard to sleep places.
Yeah, I did.
But guess what? On the way here, he goes, you know what? You can sleep there, you can sleep there.
That's true.
So he knows where we slept at. If we slept there, there's many places you can sleep.
Right.
So last night, I told him when I woke up, I said, I bought more cooking gear, more camping gear for stealthing. So the stealth stuff, when I was spot like we was last night, that was open, like nobody was going to see us. I don't care, nobody. That's going to be like a stealth chef
right off
cookout.
The highway.
I'm going to do some. I bought some cooking. Just the stuff that I'm going to be getting in the mail from Amazon and Walmart and stuff is going to be solely for stealth camping. It's going to be a bag full of cooking stuff. So when I find a spot that's easy peasy, I don't think I'm gonna get caught at all. Not worried about it. I'm gonna spend the time to cook a good meal there. The other ones are gonna be dehydrated stuff that's easy. So so I don't want to get busted. But so I was right about that. That's probably two other things. Most people we had on camera talked positive. They didn't tell the negative. I think did we talk about that?
Yeah, you ask me about me, I'm telling you about me.
Yeah,
I'm leaving out what I don't want you to know, and that's what happened to us. But we can't do anything about that.
Yeah. But I think it still turned out okay, the whole situation. If you liked all the videos, comment on each video. Go back to the videos you liked. Maybe go back to ones we're talking about now and comment on it, what you thought yourself. To be respectful, please. We're being respectful as we can what we think. I know it's judgmental still, but that's everybody's judgmental. You're judging if you're gonna roll that window down or not to give them $1 or $2 or $3 or just change or anything or yell at them. Yeah. So we're trying to be as best as possible for this whole video, not to ridicule people, make down them or anything.
And I made a conscious decision early on not to share my views about whether I want to, when I see someone on the corner, whether I make a decision to give them money or not. And if I did earlier, I forgot that I said I wasn't gonna say it, but I think it's fair for me not to do that because, you know, it's kind of, I just feel like it's not fair because I kind of worked a little bit in the field and I went out and stood. I mean, yeah, we stood out there for a while. We didn't do it for 3 years, but we did. I felt like we did enough to see that it wasn't what everybody may think that it is.
Yeah, like so, they just bought a Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah.
You know, they might have a Mercedes-Benz if they try to do what we did, but they might just need extra money for the blinker fluid. And they don't use blinkers. And
is it fair to say that we believe that there are people that are out there popping it?
Whoa. Whoa, what do you mean? That too, behind that dumpster with that Petri dish. Not peach tree. He said that when we was camping. Like we went to go, and I'll tell it again, it's movies that people go upstairs and not run downstairs. He wanted to see around the corner. I'm like, look, you're gonna get beat in the head.
I gotta go look over here too.
Okay.
I want to go see what's going on.
Oh.
I want to see how it goes.
See, no, Tasha says that's light-skinned people in movies usually go upstairs. They want to know what's going on. He's the one that wants to know what's around the corner. I don't want to say. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah, I gotta go see. It looks like there's still activity.
So he's gonna drag me.
I saw somebody come out of there.
Just like
I could have swore somebody came out.
I don't think they did.
And I was just like, how did?
Well, here we're gonna do this.
What's in there? It might have been. There's a porta potty right there.
Not right here. I think they came up behind here.
She came out right here.
Somebody's sleeping back here, maybe.
She did. Look at the gap. Get back there, man.
I'm going. Nope. Caw-caw! Caw-caw!
It is. Nobody's there. That little area. That's a little hangout spot.
Oh.
All back in there.
It smells like seafood. I think that's a John spot.
Yeah.
That might be. Oh, it smells like funky cold Medina.
Yeah. That's a petri dish.
Oh, right. Let's get away from there. Petri dish? I wouldn't call it petri dish.
The whole thing.
No, that stinks.
Yeah.
He wanted to see what was behind that dumpster. So he did. He said it smelled like a
petri dish.
Petri. I said peach tree.
Yes,
I said peach tree. No. It's like seafood.
Yeah, but, that's what it smelled like.
But yeah, that was. But they was popping.
Yeah. Yeah. But what I meant popping, there's people that go out and hold up a sign, then walk to their car.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do believe that. But there are also people that don't. But whatever you choose to do, man, I don't judge anybody.
Well, resources.
Ooh, you said Austin Street
Boys?
Boys?
Austin guys. Let's go back to the Austin guys. That was on day 3.
That was on the south side of downtown.
By what place was that by?
That was called there's a shelter called the Austin Street Shelter, and they pretty much cater to the older adults. So they pretty much have a lane that I think the police leave them alone. They have an encampment because a lot of encampments. Yeah, a lot of encampments in Dallas have been moved around. Public don't like seeing that stuff. They moved them and they just kind of go like all over the place. But this place is, you see a row of tents, and we saw mattresses, and we saw barbecue grills, and we see guys are out there just, you know what it looks like? The day we went, we saw a group of guys like just sitting around, just shooting the stuff. Yeah,
like a campfire, just sitting around on a campfire.
And I'm just being honest. I don't think anybody should just get out their car and just walk up on a group of guys that's just hanging out because they don't know you.
I came into that situation where I was watching my back. I had my pew-pew with me, but I was skeptical.
He was on his toes. I was on my toes.
I thought it was going to be, I'm in somebody's neighborhood that they're going to take something from me, so I don't want them there. So it was like I was really on my toes.
That's fair.
But we got in there. It was quickly not like that. I'm thinking the first 10 seconds was. I was like, hey, what's on the grills?
And we didn't even mention that. We weren't even mentioning anything about passing anything out. Yeah. We just walked up and just approached the guys, and they were just like, fellas, what's up?
Yeah, so it was very much different than I thought.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
And then we gave them gift cards. They like the Walmart cards better than McDonald's. I understand that because you can get food and whatever you want from Walmart. Mm-hmm.
And you didn't record because?
I didn't record because I'd say 20% didn't want to be on camera.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to jump and say, oh, this person didn't want to be and this person did.
If one says no, then it's got to be no for everybody, because I'm not going to violate that guy.
But I did get the audio, so you get it here. I did want to at least let you guys know I passed out everything. I have, actually in my pocket, I have three McDonald's cards. So on the way home from this recording, they're all going to be passed out. If I only find one person, they're getting all three. But
he awarded some staffers, because there were some people out there in the heat. There were some people out in the heat doing some good things.
Yeah, after the guy prayed, you'll hear that if you watch that one. The guy prayed for us. So we did that. We handed out like 15 gift cards at that one little location. Then we was leaving. He thought they was actually street stealthers. But
yeah, they looked
like,
clean though. They were very clean.
We was like, oh, so we didn't give them a card.
We're not giving them.
Well, we went around and you know what? We got these. He said we got the $5 cards for help people being nice.
Doing nice things.
And my brain was thinking of people that giving us money at the stop. You know, that they stop light. But I'm like, we're not doing so great there. So we turned around. They're doing a good deed. So here. So we gave them 3 people.
They were doing street outreach. They were passing out. It looked like they were passing out hygiene bags and maybe like water. And they were headed right down the encampment. And this was on Saturday. It was Saturday late, because most services, they don't get service. They get services, but Monday through Fridays, when you got your full staff in most shelters, they have weekend. Of course, they have weekend, but it's, you know, those weekend guys are giving up their Saturdays and Sundays to go reach out in the community and do that stuff. While, you know, so yeah, Brandon thought, no man, these guys, they're out there doing good. Turned around and he rewarded them for that. I appreciated that.
And so the 3 I got left. So I do want to thank everybody, and I'm going to scoot over just a little bit so I can put their names.
You guys did.
I'm going to put their names right here.
Thank
you. And I do thank you for doing the gift cards, helping out. It wouldn't have happened without you. The way this happened, I probably got over $680 in gift cards and cash I gave out. I did the steak. I was worried about, I was wanting to take somebody to eat steak. Daryl on Sunday, we're coming back to get you. He was there early. I'm glad he was. And we chatted with him. I didn't stick the camera in his face the whole time eating, because I was like,
let him relax and eat. Yeah.
And I did tell him too personally what I thought. Like had a lot of clothes the same. It wasn't laundry day for that week or something, because he was smelling right.
Yeah, he was right today.
That day, he said he has to change of clothes. It's not the best clothes in the world, but it's the best clothes to him, that it was clean.
He was.
And I said, look, he has his clothes on. He's ready to go.
He was very presentable.
So I was going to eat at a park because I didn't want to get the establishment to say, hey, you got to go. But it was nice, very enjoyable meal. We chatted. He asked us questions. You know, it was really nice. It wasn't one-sided about we want to know about him. He wanted to know what we're doing, and it was really nice. So the biggest thing about going to that place to eat is he was worried about the price. And he's worried about the money that I'm spending. I said, don't worry about it. I said, the people that follow my channel are awesome. I said, they're paying for this. He wanted a ribeye, but he saw the price of ribeye was like $15.99. I said, no. I said, you're getting that T-bone steak was $22.99. Tyler here got a grilled chicken, and I got a country fried steak. He took a third of mine, and he gave me half of his. He's an earthling. He still had food left over. But we had a really enjoyable meal. He said that was the best day that he had in a long time.
He said people don't. He said
he never thought nobody would do this.
People don't do things like this, and it's not. Because I had to make it a point to say, hey man, it's not me. Brandon's got a channel. He's got great people on the channel. I said, hey, I'm just hanging out for the ride. So I appreciate you saying that, but that's not me. I'm just hanging out.
And man, I kept telling him it wasn't my money. You know, well, it might have been partially. I don't know. I didn't nickel and dime everything, but I know I tried to spend more money than you guys gave me. Not more than you gave me, but more money. So the money you got, I actually didn't worry about the gas money here, the wear and tear on the car. The steak dinner, I think, exceeded a little bit, and I don't care about all that. It was it made it all worth it. from him saying that, he was very, very, very appreciative of that. He didn't think, he still thinks it was a dream. So that's what made this whole thing worth it. One day in the future, I might want to come back, and I'm not sure about just getting money from anybody and doing something, a documentary, just him, like where he lives at, maybe go out there with the air mat and live with them for 2 or 3 days, or maybe just one day. Just say, hey, here's how you live. And I don't even live like that, but I'll tell them, here's how other people live that's not cheap, and take them to a hotel, and then let him take a 5-hour shower or something, swim in the pool, get some swimming trunks for him, and and do something like that. But I was thinking about, instead of asking for a lot of money, but ask for donational stuff you think he might need for being out there. Some solar power stuff, something that he can use, because
talk about the packing.
Yeah, because the I did give him the battery thing that I had. I have 3 of them, and I'm saying, hey, I'm hoarding, because I found out these solar power deals work good. They work better than I thought, so I don't need 3. So I'm thinking, you know what? It's solar powered. He probably needs one instead of sitting at somebody's house for 12 hours to charge his phones up.
Because he said he had issues with
that. So first thing, I was like, you know what? I'm hoarding. I got 3 of them. I don't need 3. You can charge this up in the shade. You don't do it in direct sunlight, but put it right in the shade. He can be doing his panhandling deal while it's charging up. So that's going to help him out a lot. He has a phone, because you said there's a service if you get any kind of government check.
You can spread the word. If you know somebody that needs a phone, if they receive any kind of government benefits, whether it's food stamps or they get Social Security, they can go to Assurance Wireless. You can look that up online. All they need to provide Assurance Wireless with is
proof.
The award letter, a current award letter, not one from 2 years ago, but whenever as current as you can get. Say, hey, get that thing, let's get your insurance. They'll give you a phone. All you have to do is use that phone basically daily. If they see you're not using it, they're going to want it back, because they're going to cut it off. But there's resources out there. That was on our sheet. There are resources out there for a lot of those people, and they know it. And Brandon and I experienced, if you want to bring that job part in, getting resources.
There's a lot of resources out there, and a lot more than I thought. He knew, because he works in the field. But there's a thing when you're and I see why they do it, so they don't have to keep cleaning beds, and people don't do the rules. They want to see if you go by the rules first. So you get a mat first.
Start with the mat.
And then if they see you go by the rules, you move up to a bed.
Get up to a bed.
You get up to a bed. Maybe you get up to an apartment. But the thing of it is, when people say, oh, they get a cell phone, they can get a place, they get a government. He told me he gets a vet.
He did, yeah. He told us he gets a check.
Yeah, he gets a government check.
Yeah.
But it's not enough to afford a place to live, because a place you just looked up was like $900.
Yeah, it's about $1,000, but if you're only getting about $850 a month, you're done for it, because
you can't pay nothing.
No. And if you don't have credit, if you don't have history, you need to come to them with a front end and back end deposit. So you're $1,700 right off the top. It is difficult for a lot of these guys, and we saw it all. I mean, we saw it all. We saw the comfort. It's like, hey, this is okay. I can make this happen. I got some money coming in, and I'm good where I am. And then, you've got the guy that kind of says, hey, I need somebody to help me with this, this, and this. But there's effort that needs to be put in. If you get resources, we can't go to work and just sit down on the couch all day and get paid for 8 hours. Yeah. That's that feeling. It's like you want the resource, but you don't want to follow the rules to get some of it.
Yeah, so you want all the free stuff, but you don't want to go by the rules to get the free stuff.
Right. It's out there, though.
So it's like going to work, having a job, but going to work, not wanting to work, but taking the money. Yeah. Like, let me get some money, I don't want to do all that. You got to come in at a certain time. You can't come at 3 a.m. after you got done, gallivanting around, come at 3 a.m. But somebody else could have been sleeping in that bed. And but it's the pros and cons, folks. And I know in comments, some people's going to be a little hell-bent on their beliefs and stuff that I probably didn't change beliefs. Some people believe a certain way, they're going to believe a certain way. Mine is just to put the facts out there.
You just want to show them.
Yeah, I just want to show them. And there's stuff that I thought about this that wasn't true. There's stuff that I didn't think that was. So it's an eye-opener too for me. And even though I stayed in the streets for 7.5 months, it's not a lot compared to some of these people who've been in the streets for like 20 years. But like Eugene, he actually he doesn't have a care in the world because he knows he has a place to stay.
Yep.
He goes by the rules.
He knows where to go to get out of the heat, where to go to get out of the cold, and he's enjoying his freedom.
And he's old enough not to probably, hey, I'm not going to get a house. I'm too old for that. But he's not causing problems. He's not littering. No. He had his food right there, everything in one bunch. Yeah. Some people don't care. They're in the street and they just throw this stuff everywhere. It's really trashy. A lot of people do that. A lot of people. That's why they don't want. That's why a lot of little cities don't want shelters in their communities, because they don't want that build up, because it is, I'm sorry, but it is true. A homeless camp is going to be a messy camp because not everybody there is going to care. That's just what it is. But there's no, I want to say this because there's no right or wrong answers to any of this. I don't have the answer. If somebody were to say, Tyler, how do we fix this? I'm being honest when I say I have no idea. I have no idea. But the last two, Daryl and White Boy. I kept calling him Wild Boy, but his real name should be White Wild Boy or Wild White Boy, because yes, and I'm gonna put the clip in now. That's the guy in the red. He actually didn't have a pipe. He had a machete, and I know this because he told me. I said, "Did you see a guy?" Because I was going through the parking lot that night to go to your car to get that cord. I was like this. I said, "See, did you see a guy like this walking across that church?" He goes, "Yes." And I said, "Well, that was me. And I saw you arguing with some guy." He goes, "Yeah, you saw me pull that machete out?" I said, "Oh, I thought it was a pipe." It was a machete. And then you see it now. You see it kind of shining.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah,
but reflective off the blade.
So he's pretty wild. He has some codeine, some cough syrup or whatever in his back pocket.
Yes, he did.
But if you didn't see that video, please check the vlog right before this one out. You will definitely see. And he's told us a lot of stuff, like an hour and a half off camera. I was trying to be polite as I could. At the end, I said, "Hey, I got an airplane flight out of here. I got to go."
It got to the point to where it was like,
he said he wanted to bust my camera.
He did say
and,
that.
Because I was fixing to break y'all's fucking shit.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah. No, he was like, thanks for not doing that. But
lots of stories.
and I think a lot of people would say that and not do it. They just want to say it. But I think he might have. The way he was, he might have done it.
And do you want to tell him about the guy at the library? Did we already talk about this? The guy at the library that was shouting, and we tried to talk to him, and all of a sudden he was just a regular dude.
He had a sash on. It was a American flag. A black gentleman.
Had an African accent.
Yes. And you talked to him.
Because he was acting wild. So I don't know why, but I said, "Hey, Brandon, I want to go approach that dude."
He wanted to get some videos. He wanted to get him on tape.
Yeah, because that dude was acting wild. He was out there just ranting and raving, and and the government and whatever he was saying, So I went up to him and I said, "Hey man," I said, "Can we interview you? Maybe we can, compensate you for it." And he was just like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah, so he stopped the craziness real quick to say no. But he was probably wondering why you came up to him. He was a bubble that nobody wanted to be around him.
People were walking around him.
But then he said YouTube. After we walked off, he started saying YouTube because he said about YouTube. And,
that stuff I don't understand. I can't even try to.
He cut the craziness off quick enough to say all that and went back to what he was doing.
You don't know what he was trying to get
another gentleman, we tried to get a lot of people on camera. They said, "No, about gift cards." Yeah, that's what I'm about to get to. He says, "We're trying to get everybody on, trying to get white, black, women, men. We're trying to get ages different. We try to get everybody." But the people on camera is the only ones that wanted to go on camera, and the one that was off camera. But he asked for a cigarette, but he didn't want the gift card, the $10 gift card. But he had I don't want camera. And then when he was leaving, "You got a cigarette?" Like, no.
We just tried to hook you up. Yeah. You could have taken the gift
card
McDonald's,
to Walmart to get $10.
Yeah, you could have went and got more than
probably one pack of cigarettes for $10 these days.
But I guess it goes back to what we said before. And look, you don't have to be on camera, but maybe your situation is you're running from something, and if you are, you just are. Yeah. We can't. But Brandon did a really good job of showing. I think it was a really, really good sweeping view of a lot of different sides of this.
I mean, I wish it would have been better. That's what she said. But I wish it would have been better of how it went down. But it went down the way it did. It wasn't like we didn't pick and choose. Like, hey, let's not talk to that person. We want to get this person on tape. We was trying to get everybody to want to talk. Everybody want to talk. We was trying to get on there. So it was not happening exactly the way we wanted, but this wasn't planned out. None of it really. Just
and we couldn't put ourselves in a position to talk to 1 or 2 people, hand out a gift card, because then we would have been seen by the crowd, and we would have had a line of people, and they'd be like, "This is not how we intended for this to happen." So we had to be strategic about when we select someone, kind of get them, kind of get them off to the side so that it doesn't turn into an ATM machine.
Yeah. But like I said again, if you like this video, these vlogs, please share it with your friends, family, and your boss. Share. If you like a certain type, if you like stealth camping, share the stealth camping. If you like these, share them. All the survivals. This typically is not a real survival. Like, hey, you only had to eat on the street. This was mostly stealth camp survival of those people surviving, and I couldn't tell everybody what I was doing, but I wanted each stealth like survival series to be different. I got some other ones planned that are mostly with me and probably with some other people, but they're more survival than what you saw here. But we did want to show difference, like stealth, like if we could camp right in the city, right under people's noses, which is freaking easy to do. I don't know what else is there to say, really. I just hope you enjoyed the video. I really do.
Everything you see is real. Can't make some of this stuff up at all. So
okay. Well, guys, I want to thank you.
Wait, I gotta get that.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Had to do the pal. He wanted that.
Yeah, I had to have it.
He wanted that, and I'm glad you reminded me. Okay, now I got to remember to put that in there. I probably will. But with that said, guys, we're going to get out of here. I really do appreciate it. Okay, you go that way. Hey, thanks for watching the video again. If you haven't visited my website yet, the address is www.DaGarbageDisposalStore.com. You can navigate through the top, all these links right here. There is actually a question and comment form. If you have any questions or comments, fill that out and it'll go straight to my email. At the very bottom, there is a free newsletter. Just sign up right here and you'll get a weekly newsletter. So, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting on? Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit see all so you get all the notifications and don't miss the videos. Please comment. I like to listen to your comments and respond to you, so I do like to interact with you guys. Please share the video with your friends, family, even your boss, and have a great day. Let's meet other plans.